Welcome to AHEPA Senior Living, a podcast dedicated to introducing seniors and their families to the exceptional care and community provided by AHEPA Senior Living, where we'll also go behind the scenes to talk with people who make this happen. Join us as we explore the stories, insights, and experiences of those who make AHEPA Senior Living a place to call home. I'm Olga Karlutsis, and this is AHEPA Senior Living. In our first episode, we have the honor of sitting down with Ike Gulas, the chairman of AHEPA Senior Living Board. Ike is a 40-year member of AHEPA, serving 2 terms as AHEPA's national president, presiding over 500 chapters throughout the nation. Ike brings decades of experience and a real passion for senior care to his role. So I'm going to bring on Ike soon, but first I want to talk a little bit about AHEPA Senior Living and the history of AHEPA. In AHEPA Senior Living, residents participate in wellness and recreational activities that benefit longevity and happiness in their golden years. It's affordable, independent living for seniors. AHEPA Senior Living has a rich history of serving seniors and their families. So AHEPA is the American Hellenic Educational Progressive Association, the AHEPA National Housing Corporation, a 501c3 nonprofit founded in 1980 to provide an affordable way to care for our seniors. It's now operating in over 19 states with the help and assistance of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development with a 4-star rating approval from Charity Navigator. Let's dive into our conversation. Welcome, Ike. We are so thrilled to have you on the show. Could you share with us the mission and vision of the organization?
Yes, absolutely. AHEPA Senior Living is a corporation that was founded to provide affordable senior housing for our seniors throughout the United States. It was founded by the Order of AHEPA and some visionaries in the AHEPA that found a HUD 202 program that provided affordable senior housing by ways of grants that HUD would provide. And they're basically apartments for the elderly.
How long has that partnership been going on?
So 44 years we've been partners with HUD. We're the second largest developer of HUD 202 housing in the country. We have a stellar reputation with them. We try to keep all our properties score 90s or above when they've been inspected by HUD. In fact, Secretary Fudge of HUD chose one of our properties in Houston last year to roll out her affordable housing program. And that was not by accident. She picked that for a reason. And that's because it's one of the best kept properties in Houston and also has the biggest waiting list. Our properties are well kept. They're some of the best well kept HUD 202 programs in the country. In fact, HUD uses us as a model in terms of how we constantly improve them.
That is excellent to know that HUD is using AHEPA as the gold standard on how to create the higher quality living environment for seniors.
It is. Since its inception, we have built 91 communities. We have almost 6,000 residents. We have 7,500 residents on the waiting list. We're in 19 states. Since it's a nonprofit, we give back to the communities nationally and locally through our profits that we make.
That's incredible to have the reinvestment back into the community.
It's been very rewarding. We've given over $10 million in the last probably 30 years throughout the United States. We've supported all the AHEPA charities, the standing charities that AHEPA has, such as Cooley's Anemia, Journey to Greece, education. We always support those. We also give money back to the local chapters so that they can distribute it locally in their communities. So it's basically from the ground up. AHEPA is a grassroots organization, and this mirrors that very well.
I love that. I love working with grassroots organizations, and you're impacting so many lives, both locally and nationally.
Well, we've impacted lives through our charitable giving, but we also have impacted lives through our seniors that reside with us. Without this program, many of them wouldn't have a place to live. And this provides affordable senior housing, and it's dignified. We also have service coordinators that are housed in each one of our properties that help provide the residents with social services, with activities. Also, the chapters are involved. Our local chapters come in and they provide social gatherings for the residents. They feed them during Christmas and Thanksgiving and 4th of July and interact with the residents. So it's basically like a big family.
Oh, that's so fun. It's speaking to our shared Greek heritage and family being the core value of really who we are.
Exactly. We're always giving back.
AHEPA is an incredible organization. I've actually known about it all my life, since I was a little kid. And it's really interesting to find out more about AHEPA Senior Living on a deeper level from knowing you. So, Ike, how did you get to where you are today?
So I've been involved with AHEPA since I was a young adult. I mean, or teenager actually, and got involved through the athletic programs that they provided. Met many close friends, almost brothers and sisters through the Order of AHEPA over the years. Through my involvement in the local chapter and the fact that we're very civic oriented, that attracted me. And as a lawyer, I became more civic oriented in programs, and AHEPA was one of the programs that I chose to be involved in. When I was a young lawyer, I was asked to spearhead the building of the facility that I'm in today in Hoover. It was really one of the highlights of my career to build this and provide this type of housing for people that are less fortunate. And through that involvement, I eventually became Supreme President of the Order of AHEPA back in 2007 and served 2 terms. And AHEPA is no longer just a national organization, it's international. We've grown by leaps and bounds outside the United States, in Europe and other parts of the world. And that's because a lot of expatriates that leave here and go back to Greece or go back to other countries were members here and they decided to start chapters abroad. So it's been a very fulfilling service.
I really think that's essential, not only for the Greek community, but the entire population, because there's a lot of trouble with people finding places for their families. So, in the standard that you are all setting, that gold standard, there should be more, right? So, what are we looking at in terms of future?
So one of the things that we've really ramped up in the last few years is our lobbying efforts on the Capitol Hill, because without federal funding, we can't build the properties that we have. And there was a hiatus of about 7 or 8 years where there was no funding for new construction. And so we're lagging behind. Just in the last few years, we've been funded for a couple new projects, one in Des Moines, Iowa, which is under construction, one in South Bend, Indiana, which is going to start soon. And then we're applying for some properties this year. But 2025 budget has no money for new construction. That's a concern because as the baby boomers age, there's going to be a definite need for more senior housing and affordable senior housing. And so one of our missions is to make sure that not only our elected officials know, but the citizens know that we need funding. And so if people would talk to their congressmen and elected leaders and let them know how important this is, because it's not a political issue, and a lot of people see HUD as an entitlement program. But when it comes to seniors, there's a definite need for that. And some of my friends, as their parents age, this is the biggest problem they're having is what do we do with our senior parents and how do we provide good care for them?
So, the work that you've done and all of your efforts are showing through, and so is your heart and your kindness. Growing up in our Greek community, we know the importance of family. How do you implement this family structure or environment in AHEPA Senior Living and amongst all of its residents?
Well, that goes back to my parents and the virtues and the responsibilities they instilled in me. And they were hardworking parents. My mom was born in Greece and immigrated here when she was a young girl. My father was actually born in the United States, youngest of 9, and was raised during the Depression in the South as a Greek American, which wasn't the easiest course of action. But to say he overcame is an understatement. I mean, he started several businesses. He's a member of the Alabama Jazz Hall of Fame. I guess based on that and the ideals that they instilled in me, it became inherent that I was going to be involved in some type of giving back, because I was always told you have, a lot's given to you, but a lot's expected of you. That's pretty much where it comes from.
Well, thank you so much, Ike, and we'll see you again soon since you'll be coming back often. Thank you for joining us for this episode of AHEPA Senior Living Spotlight. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated on future episodes, where we'll continue to explore the stories and experiences that make AHEPA Senior Living a place where seniors thrive. And until next time, take care.